Blimey, well that was horrible. That was really horrible. I've really been let down by the fact that I didn't get the show ready at all today, and when I thought I'd be able to get on the internet in about 2 minutes flat, it's taken me about 4 minutes. So anyway, what happened? Yeah, yesterday, as you may have seen the show, still eating, sorry, I was feeling a bit misery guts, just generally, and basically I thought, well, best thing to do is to see what's happening socially. So, oh yeah, I got the scanner working yesterday, that was good. I don't know how, all I did was I plugged it in before I sent it off to get the company to look at it, and it worked. So the 3D scanner was working, so great. Anyway, so first social thing was they did a Tai Chi lesson at Stepping Stone Studios. Sorry, it's horrible. And that was interesting. I think it's Michael, the guy who was taking it though, took a lot of time talking about metaphysical things and also I don't know, sort of weird new age type stuff. Apparently everything's going to be changed in a year, and the earth vibration is going through the roof, and there's all this stuff, and I've heard it all before. It doesn't make any difference to my life, and I just find all that stuff a terrible waste of time. You know, if fairies come down and start blessing everyone, and we all grow wings and fly off, and we're all happy ever after, that's great, but I'm not going to worry about it or plan for that. The same way as if they said the Earth's going to blow up tomorrow, you know, this is honestly going to happen, it really is. I'm not going to worry about it till it actually happens. I don't know if that's a stupid philosophy. Today's food is particularly interesting. I do try interesting things sometimes. What it is some really revolting sausage meat, which I fried up. Then I mixed some kidney beans up with some stuffing mix. Okay, and then after I cooked up the meat, I chopped it into chunks, and then I laid it on the top, grated cheese on top of the whole thing, stuck it under the grill. It's not too bad, but the whale song's got stuck. It's not really that nice unless you have a bit of meat. Because you've got the saltiness of the meat to balance the rather strange, banal taste of the mushy peas and the stuffing. Okay, right, this room is now looking very barren indeed. So, gone are the shelves completely. Those shelves went away a while ago. There's nothing new. Gone is the rail up there that my dad said would take probably ages and a long time to get down. I just ripped it from the wall. Now the thing that I've had trouble with before is wall plugs. Now I'll give you a little tip about wall plugs. I should have really saved one to show you, but whoops, can't stretch that far. I've still got internet. Yeah, still got internet. Now, see here, those little plastic bits. Sometimes you give up on them, don't you? You think, oh, I've got them there. So when you strip down the wall, you kind of go at them with a chisel or something just to knock the heads off to plaster it. No, you put a screw, the one that we may have taken out, halfway in, and then you pull the whole lot out. Pull the whole lot of the plastic out. Job done. Okay, so the only stuff we've got is a bit of furniture left, and we got of course, the stereo. That will have to be stashed away when I get the steamer in here to steam the wallpaper. And also the corner unit there. That's basically, I'm not going to find room for that, so at the very last possible minute I'm going to stick it in the room next door and hopefully get this room done in a matter of days so it can all be moved back in. I think that will become a permanent corner exhibition dedicated to the Rise and Fall videotape. Where did I get that idea from? I don't know. Right, okay, well, let's do a bit of sorting. That's what we're here for. So this room, obviously, a lot of work on it this morning. So here we've got the other cupboard that was in the bedroom. Torch. Now that is handy. It hasn't got much charge left, but always good to have a torch in your bedroom. What's that? Your pink truffle purchase. Oh! Yeah, okay, I know what that is. Okay, that's going to be put in the recycling. The Apocrypha, I think I grabbed that off the shelf because it's supposed to be an extension to the Bible or something, so I was just sort of interested to see what it had to say. It didn't say much at all, nothing I got out of it anyway. UCA, welcome to UCA, University of Creative Arts. Probably didn't really look at that at all. Student Planner 2010-2011, recycle. Cleansing wipes. I guess I can keep that in the drawer for the, the drawer I set up on the other one for people's stuff, along with a couple of those guys. Maybe have a posh wank later on. Is that rude? Is it rude to talk about things like that? Because basically, even if the kids are watching, there's a thing that grown-ups do when they get bored and they're by themselves. And that's all I'm going to say. What's this? That is handy. I didn't know I even had that. It's a mini sewing kit. Okay. Now I've already started to get together some sewing stuff in an old sandwich box. So I guess those can go in there. Tweezers, that can go in the drawer for people things. UCA show MA Maidstone. Now I'm actually collecting art stuff, like all the leaflets and pamphlets you pick up. I'm actually going to keep them. I don't know why, just to help me remind me of the art stuff I've seen. Very handy silicone earplugs that can go upstairs in the people thing. Star Wars memory flash drive. Now I do have a drawer upstairs already for memory sticks and memory cards, so that can go in there. I think that was a present from my friend Matt Shelley. And look, there we are. It's only a 4, but I'm sure I will find use for that. But I'm going to try and speed things up a bit here, because you know the score, don't you? Okay, now that's a map. I do have loads of maps from different countries and things like that. That's a map of Liverpool. You can recommend Liverpool. That's going to go for the recycling. Cleansing wipes. That restaurant is nice, really, really nice restaurant. They give you chili seeds. There's something you can take away. It looks like matches. It's not. It's little chili seeds. So maybe I'll give those a plant. Probably won't get round to it. Grayling Old Can. I'm collecting business cards together at the moment, so that can go in the business card pile. It's a very talented graphic designer from Eastern Europe, I think. Live at the Cavern, that's a Liverpool thing, that can go. I'll always remember to check into the Cavern if I'm in Liverpool. That's where the Beatles became famous. They learnt their craft. Cooperative membership guide. Well, the co-op's closed down in Maidstone now, so it's not very unlikely I'm going to use them. Congratulations, you were part of the co-op. Here, records jumping. An old pay slip from Nickelodeon. Very nice. That will probably go in the recycling. When's that from? 2010. Recycling. Carpet right guarantee. We can recycle, but I will shred some of this stuff. Intelligent finance, bank stuff. Okay, that's all old stuff, so that can all be shredded now. It's best to shred things like that. Sanctuary for goats. Buttercup Sanctuary for goats. Now that, I must have picked that up way before the goat escapades in Jordan. Locked in a shed for months, starved, the horns on her feet left grow so long she could stand no longer. Goldie was lucky because she rescued by Buttercup Sanctuary for goats. Now, adopt a goat. Now, yeah, I've looked at this. Adopting a goat's not as easy as you think it might be. I think I'm going to have to recycle that because I was quite sad to find out that you really got to have a big garden and a nice home and things like that. Gig list for Hootenannies in Brixton. Fantastic pub, that. Youth hostel upstairs, so you can party watching bands till 3 in the morning and then just crawl upstairs. I can recommend doing that at least once in your life. Only sort of like 14 quid, including breakfast, or 12 even. Co-op membership vouchers, they're long overdue, long out of date even. Fair trade coffee, all these things you get like 5 coffees and get 1 free. I'm not stopping all that nonsense. It's not enough room or enough time. It's a letter about my knee operation. Have my knees are off, double arthroscopy. More stuff for the shredder. There we are. Please keep clear, gate is in use. This is, well, I actually knocked down a wall in my back garden so I'd have access to park my car, and some of the neighbours didn't like that because it encroaches into their parking area apparently. My dad said that you couldn't do that because he was a town planner. I'd still do it. Well, I was still using it till the car's off the road, but anyway, most people still give me the space, but two people trying to make a point. Application for courses, my application for the MA at Maidstone, I guess, which ended up being at Canterbury, and I guess that was like a trial one I did just to make sure I could fill it in right, my neatest handwriting. What's that? Hostel World Guide to London. You see, this is the thing, if you want to find out about London, it's good to see it from what the foreigner's point of view is. Alright, memory stick, just the case for a memory stick. I'm going to stick that up with a memory stick. Okay, well, I'm just going to quickly brief, like knife, pen knife. Would be a time when it was always good to carry around a pen knife. These days, probably not. This is something I picked up in China, I think. And what it is, it's a little speaker for your MP3 player there, and underneath of it glows like a colour changing LED, and it's really good sound. It's not stereo. It looks like it's got 2 speakers. One of them's a dud, and the other one's quite powerful, meaty. Unfortunately, the battery died quite soon after getting it. Some medication. Oh dear! Now this is an art project. This guy sent this thing out with a camera to go around, and you take 3 pictures and you pass it on. I never got round to passing it on, so I'm sorry, Julian from Smile Orange Productions, who sent me that, thinking I'd actually do something with it. Okay, see, this is dead useful. Box of mini discs, which I haven't even got a mini disc player at the moment. I guess that's something to add to the shopping list, eh? No, it is definitely. Pick one of those up for next to nothing these days. Coming to the bottom of stuff. Okay, well, you have to, I'm not even going to finish these today. I'm going to have to go out to the UCA. I'll promise someone some of my old machines to borrow. That's my Paddy diving wallet, so stuff that I'd used. So stuff I got when I did my diving course. Very lucky to have done that in Fiji. Everything else has been a downer since then, because obviously it's easy. Radio control clock. There's lots of these in the Pigram household. Looks like the battery's doing this one. Yeah, corroded batteries. Oh dear. Okay, so that's the job for quite soonish. Get the batteries out, clean up the contacts, throw the batteries away, or put them in recycling. That's that. Tiger Balm. Tiger Balm never been used. More bank statements. Yeah, well basically, yep, I will get on top of that. Of course, one of these. You don't use one of these usually. So there we are. So leave me to finish my food, and instead of playing out on the usual tune, I've got something I recorded last night, hopefully. That you can listen to. See what you make of this.
Money shot of your musical experience. Carry on. Later. I set this up on. I'm going to just stop this moment. You thought my dad played funk. I will not just bring you the funk. I will bring you the funk. You know what I mean? The funk requires this kind of phonetic emphasis on the funk. You know what I mean? Because when people swear, because funk probably comes from funk.
No, don't swear. Anyway, we had quite an interesting discussion last night because about where the term funk comes from and why it's a very powerful word, because it's close to that other word. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a jam night last night as well, so I ended up playing the drums. I started off just on the tambourines to get warmed up, and then I played the drums on a couple of numbers, and I was rubbish on the first one. The second one, it was one of those moments where the spirit of Ringo entered my body, and I was able to play at least for a few seconds in time. But I did hit that moment where I was there, a big smile on my face, and that's really perked me up, folks. So hopefully no more misery guts for at least a few hours. Well, a few more hours anyway, and then today I think there's some show going on in Chatham. I think that's enough, isn't it? I think that's long enough. I think I've blithered on for long enough. There we are, that's what we want to see. Mess, which will, by tomorrow, as is the way of these shows, I would have sorted it out. Don't think all this stuff's going into other rooms, which it is, of course, but when it's going into other rooms, it is actually sorted, and then I am getting on. I mean, look at this. I can't believe it. I can't believe the transformation. This room, honestly, give it another 2 weeks at the most, it will be finished. It will be redecorated, more like a white cube. Might mess around with some LED lights. I've always wanted to do that. I might get some LED lighting, so you can change a couple of strips up in the corners, LED control, and you can change the walls to any colour you want. How's about that? Even make it react to music, so you can have like a... Anyway, that's one of those ideas that probably next gets realised. But anyway, just throwing that out there. Bye, folks. Mwah.